yeah, I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put out a video, at least not today. Like, it might end up being in the next sort of 48 hours, maybe slightly longer than that. A little insight into my life. I have obviously talked a little bit about how I'm trying to get into university to study to be a vet. So I'm currently doing a bridging course, and I've spent a fair amount of the day doing that. Now, Mondays and Fridays are my days off, and I like to stream at the very least on Monday. And one of the big things about this week is because Easter, one of my clients asked me to look after their horses today on Easter Monday, which meant that I haven't really actually had like my normal day off. So I'm behind schedule, basically. I've had to put some studying in. I like to stream on Monday. So I was streaming this morning. One of the other games that I enjoy playing. And so basically I'm running behind is basically where I'm at. And I've spent as much of my sort of waking hours of this week working on the terraforming here that we're going to go and have a look at in a second. But basically, I'm just not where I'd like to be to put out an actual video. So I'm working on it. I'll show you what I'd like to have done. Well, what I want to get done in the next video. And I was kind of hoping I'd be there by now, but because this isn't my full-time job, I work very long hours, very physical long hours, because I work with horses. I just haven't quite gotten there. But we're so close. We're so close. So I'm really happy with how this whole little area is. I love my valley. I think it's looking so good and really cute and whimsical. Loving my farmhouse over there, my teeny tiny little church. Like, it's a pathetic little church. It's so cute and loving it. I'm really happy with how this beach came out, and I want another one there and then another one over there. And then my aim, no, that's not what you wanted to do. There we go, thank you. My aim for this week is to kind of flatten that whole area next to the farmhouse, because I've got one last sort of big project that I'd like to get done before we upgrade to proper tools. And I want to work on that, or at least the foundations of it, potentially complete, because we're going to chop down a lot of trees for it. So we're going to have a lot of material for it. I want to work on that this week. But that requires me to basically kind of have this height of land pretty much all the way up until that kind of cliff face, because that's where the first of our cliff face is going to be. And as you can see, I'm not ready because I don't have the stuff cut down and I don't have so I'm not quite ready for it. So I'm hoping to get an episode out later this week, and like straight after I'm done making this, I'm gonna try and make a time lapse of taking down those trees at the very least. I'm also trying to install a replay mod on my computer, which is turning out to be very entertaining. So I'm trying, but I'm just not quite there. So I want to thank everybody for their patience and their support. I really love the engagement I've been getting. I love the suggestions. I think it's really making it all come together. It feels like a little bit of a community project. I'm loving it, and the inspiration for this beach, these beaches, they came from one of my favorite YouTubers, Grian, who I love watching. So I would always suggest everybody go and watch Grian. He's amazing. And I just want to be able to do it justice, and I just don't feel like I'm quite there. So yeah, so in a nutshell, I'm not going to be able to have an episode out right now, but we're close. As my dad would say, I'm close, no cigar. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody for being supportive. and just bearing with. But there will be an episode soon, just not quite right now. Okay. Thanks. Bye.